Welcome back, everybody, to Afternoon Live. Our next guests are here to talk about a rising demographic and address an important conversation, being childless and child-free. Yes, they are here to discuss the challenges and opportunities, actually, that come from talking about life when you don't have kids. We welcome the author of Do You Have Kids? Life When the Answer Is No. Kate Kaufmann is back with us, and licensed professional counselor Kristen Genzano is here. Welcome, ladies.
Wonderful to be here.
All right, so let's just start with the definitions. What's the difference between childless and child-free?
So I identify as child-free, and that to me means that I've chosen not to have children. I made the choice at some point that I was not going to have kids.
Okay, and then childless?
And I guess I identify as childless, though I've done a lot of work on that, and that is that I tried to have kids and it didn't work. And it would also apply to people who don't have a viable partner in a whole variety of different
Right, where it's not
sources.
Quite yet the choice that you've made.
Exactly, you
I
wanted
understand.
to.
I understand. So we were talking behind the scenes, the staff, and that word, like childless, it seems so harsh. What do you think about that?
I could not agree more, and if anyone has an idea of a neutral word, because everything is about the opposite of what a mother is or a parent is. No, the language is horrible. And child-free is like, I'm so happy.
Yeah, it does sound, it does, right? It's kind of like, woohoo! Well, woohoo! But okay, I digress real quick. In my mind, I went somewhere. But let's talk about, you guys have some personal stories. You guys met because of this, right? Tell me a little bit about that.
You want to go?
Well, yeah, and it happened just like that. As we were talking, we met at a money workshop, a one-day money workshop, and then when it came up that, I don't even remember what the lead-in was, probably my book because I was yammering about it. And then it was like, well, me neither, and I've been thinking about writing some things. And then we got together to talk about our experiences, and then because we're in different age groups, there's all kinds of openings, and we're just like,
I love when women come together like that, though. It's so organic. And here you are now talking about some of the conversations that are necessary. Why do you think it's so important, Kristen, to talk about this?
Absolutely. I think because it's a conversation that's not typically had, most people assume that when you ask, do you have kids, the answer is going to be yes. And so when the answer is no, there's sort of this fumbling, and it usually stops right there. And I think for those of us who don't have children, speaking for myself at least, sometimes there can come up all these emotions that get in the way of even furthering the conversation if the other person is a little bit uncomfortable with it.
Yeah, well, because it's so personal.
That's right.
Right? So like when you automatically assume that you think you know what the answer is going to be, and that's not the answer, and then you feel like, at least for me, I would stumble because I'm like, well, now I don't know if I should probe any further, or should I just go, oh, okay, I'm gonna go get a drink now.
But that's why those of us who don't have kids, we already know what the answer is, and so we can come prepared to either protect where we are in a certain moment, and that was one of the ways we also connected, or to have some things that are ready that'll open the communication instead of shutting everything down. So that's why we decided to collaborate on looking at exactly that issue.
Yeah, so what kind of support is out there for people to not only have these conversations, to support one another through, the world who kind of has all these assumptions already attached to either child-free or childless people?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. One support is the workshop we're giving on Sunday.
Yay! Nice lead-in.
Tell me my partner.
Yeah. We're going to be talking about how to have these conversations. And one element that I'm going to be really focusing on in the workshop is how to bring compassion to ourselves when we are engaging in these conversations, and how to bring compassion towards the other person who might be in that moment of sort of stumbling around or discomfort.
Yeah, because I have that experience as well. You know this because we talked about this. My sister, she is childless. I know the word, we got to find another word. But she tried for years and years and years to have it. She didn't have a partner. Then she tried in vitro, painful, expensive, all of these procedures. And then one day she was like, you know what? I'm just going to be Auntie Stephanie. And I was like, yeah. You're great at that, because my kids, adore her. She's like the most fun ever. But I would experience those outings, and we would all go somewhere, and the conversation would come up, and I almost would kind of look at her like, do you want me to take you away? Or I don't know what to do. So as a partner of somebody, yeah, talk to me about that.
That's the sweet spot, and that's what we're hoping to get to in this workshop. And so we're going to talk about impacts on friendships, impacts on family, and actually go into that space that's awkward. And it's like any challenging conversation. Money, the source where we went, we have trouble talking about that. Race, work, all these things. And yet when we go into the space, we're going to make mistakes and we're going to find things, because really what we're doing is giving people permission to give it a try. Yeah. And then the payoff is that you get to know all these wonderful things about your own sister that you never knew before. Yeah, I have 3 younger sisters and we're talking in different ways.
I love that.
And you and your mom.
Opening up the conversation.
Exactly.
This is fantastic. I love this. And again, the workshop, we're going to let people know about it. So you guys, Kristen and Kate will be at New Renaissance this Sunday from 11 to 1 to facilitate that workshop on this important topic. All are welcome to attend, so this is great. The information's for you on your screen, as you can see, but we will also have it for you on our website at KATU.com. Thank you guys so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right, we're going to find another word too.
Yeah.
We'll come back and figure that one out. All right, coming up next, we meet the people behind Artslandia. Don't go away. We'll be right back.